Minecraft Bedrock is broken. Ever since the release of the 1.21.120 update, Bedrock Edition has seen several different types of bugs and several different types of crashes and many different types of problems that we seriously need to address. And many of which honestly just isn't fair for the average player to experience. I mean, right now, for me personally, I can't play full screen unless I want the game to crash, because here I go, full screen and the game crashed fully and completely. But that's honestly just one major issue out of many different types of ones. Because recently, inside this recent update, Minecraft updated to the GDK version of Minecraft for Windows, which means that everyone on Windows had to uninstall and reinstall the game, which for many people is not too big of a problem considering we can back up the world, but for other people, like, it was a serious detriment losing a world, because there is not any easy way you could back up a world on many different types of platforms or anything like that. So that alone was a huge detriment. But if you were able to save your own worlds, then that still ran into huge different types of problems inside this one update, because while there were many different types of, I guess, relatable things and fixes and things like that, the bugs that came in this one update heavily outweighed any of the fixes that actually came inside, particularly when it came to leaks of memory inside the game, because for whatever reason, some things related to, I guess, saving data inside a Minecraft world wouldn't always fully fix themselves, or wouldn't always fully save themselves, meaning you could find some chunks in your world which either never saved, or either just like completely generated random things or something else like that. I guess something similar to what we see inside of here, but this is an entirely different thing. But still, having that issue come inside the world is something that's really unacceptable. Like, how many times do we really have to go through some issue like this, where one update could completely and fully destroy your world, whereas another update could completely and fully delete your world, and another update could just completely and fully, I guess, remove chunks inside the world? Like, we've been dealing this every single update that came out for Bedrock Edition. Ever since Bedrock Edition came out back in 2017, there's always been one thing or another that always causes huge problems, meaning every update, we have to go back inside the world, we have to remember, or I have to remember thinking, okay, I need to back up a world, I need to make sure that this, that, and the other is saved, I need to make sure that nothing can break, I need to make sure I have, like, as many copies as I physically can. And, like, for the average player, they don't necessarily do that, or they don't necessarily have the luxury in doing that, but even then, like, why do we have to go through that every single time, over and over again, whereas when we focus on one thing, we kind of lose focus on the other. Take, for instance, the marketplace, because instead of us getting, I guess, a decent balance of, I guess, a gameplay and focusing on currency and things like that, Minecraft, particularly when it comes to, say, like, the menus and when it comes to, say, pushing the marketplace, have been very heavy-hitted, as we could see. This menu, oh my goodness, this menu is something else, huh? Because instead of you having, like, say, the resume game, settings, browse add-ons, and save and quit, you instead have resume game, browse add-ons, save and quit, and then this tiny little thing down here is all your settings, which, man, for people who don't really play Minecraft that often or anything like that, that's not really too intuitive or something like that. I know it because I focus on a lot of this stuff very often, but for the average player, like, how often are you really gonna, like, know something like that unless you play around with it? Or how often are you really gonna understand which setting goes to what, or which, like, I don't know, feature can go with what? And look, here's the thing, I'm a capitalist person. Like, I understand that I want people to succeed. I want people to make money in any way they can. I want people to succeed in life, especially when it comes to if they are able to make money on Minecraft, of course, fully. But when you take that and, like, you put that as the main focus, it causes a huge detriment to, like, the average, like, playing style and the average, like, gameplay for many people, which honestly, it doesn't make it fair for any of us. It really doesn't. It hurts every single aspect of this game, and it is bringing down the amount of people who actually want to play the game. Like, honestly, I'm hearing from so many people that are just sticking away from Bedrock Edition, at the very least, until all these major fixes or all these major bugs and things like that get fixed inside the update, which, I'll be honest, again, we should not have to deal with something like this. Why do we always have to have some huge, like, detrimental, humongous issue that comes inside the game that leaks a whole bunch of memory, that destroys builds you spent years on, which destroys Minecraft worlds you've been spending for decades on at this point. Why do we always have to worry about something like that, which could completely destroy something we have been saving and working on for so many years? Now, sure, there have been some fixes, say, related to the cursor not being fixed to one part of your screen, which is a good thing. It's a good step in the right direction, but still, it's not fixing the overall issues we're seeing inside the game. Like, say on Realms, the memory leaking is just so nerve-wracking. Like, look at this footage I saw from Cosmic when just flying into this one area. Like, that is a bit nerve-wracking, seeing all the chunks being reset and then seeing all the structures and stuff we already have in. Like, fortunately, we have everything back, but still, it's just, why does memory have to be such a huge problem when it comes to playing Minecraft? Why do we have to always worry about something like this that comes up every single update? Like, I feel like I'm sounding like a broken record, but Minecraft should not have to be dealing with issues like this all the time in such serious fashions every single time. Java Edition, yes, they have issues all the time, every single update, but none compare to what we always have to deal with on Bedrock Edition. None come even close. And here's the thing, this is coming from a Bedrock player, okay? I am 100% a Bedrock player. I play Bedrock Edition way more than I play Java Edition, apart from maybe snapshot videos or something like that. And the reason is obviously because Bedrock is like my bread and butter. This is where I started things off. I started off on Console Edition and ported over to Bedrock Edition because I was promised that this was the main version of the game, and the game just crashed again. Do you see the problems it's coming up here? And I'll be honest, that happens every 2 to 5 minutes for me. A crash will come up, disrupting gameplay, disrupting whatever I'm doing. There we go. But why should we always have to worry about something like this? Like crashing every single time. Like, it makes doing anything and everything so incredibly difficult. So incredibly difficult. Like, why should this be the norm? Why do we have to focus on, like, this aspect of the game just being, I guess, the expected part of just playing Minecraft? It shouldn't be. It should 100% not be. And I think there should really be some things that should 100% change. First off, better communication. Like, honestly, we've not had, like, any great communication with the developers for such a long time, and I think we are due for a change. Like, even if it's just like posting to Twitter or something like that, just, you know, keeping us up to date on what's going on, just giving us some reassurance that, like, Bedrock Edition is being worked on, to at least let us know that, yes, there are issues, or let us know that, yes, we are working on them, just please be patient, or something like that. Communication, honestly, has been, like, such a huge problem when it comes to Bedrock Edition development, and that 1000% needs to be changed. Another thing, we shouldn't have these game-breaking bugs always come inside a major update. We shouldn't always have to worry that, like, something huge should come inside the game somehow or another. Sure, the preview is one way on helping out, like, how we can test things and things like that, but honestly and obviously, it's not been enough. We need, like, some other form of, I guess, testing, maybe something internal that the developers can do, or something like that. If they are doing it, they need to expand their internal testing, because we should not have to deal with this. We should not have to deal with this, and we should not have to be reliant on Minecraft just hoping to get a bug fix relatively soon, rather than us just playing the game casually, having a good time, and just, you know, enjoying ourselves. And look, I'm not saying that the developers don't do that. There's definitely a lot of good people that work at Mojang and Minecraft and things like that. But the lack of communication, or the lack of, I guess, urgency to fixing any of these issues is just so transparent that it shouldn't be accepted. It shouldn't be accepted. And it goes for every single aspect of the game, whether it be like the Copper Cape, which still many people have not gotten it. I only got it because my friend DJ gave me a code. Many things like, again, worlds being corrupted. That should not be tolerated. What we need in Bedrock Edition is just some form of, I guess, a consistent and encouraging signs that Bedrock Edition is solid and is stable and everything else like that. Like, this is supposed to be the main game of Minecraft, but obviously, if this is the main game of Minecraft, then that's kind of disappointing and everything else like that, considering how many bugs we constantly have to deal with. But we can only hope. We can only hope, and we can only hope by getting the message out and getting the word out, which, fortunately, is what many people are doing. And if you have not messaged or, posted anything about it, do it. Do it. Make a video yourself. Post something on social media. Do whatever you can to get the word out, because something drastically needs to change. We shouldn't have to deal with anything like this anymore. And again, Mojang is a great company, great people, and everything else like that. And they have every right to monetize things, say with the marketplace and everything else like that too. But we need a balance of gameplay and, making some profit and things like that. We cannot deal with the same types of, I guess, issues we've been dealing with ever since Bedrock Edition came out nearly 8 years ago. But we can only hope. Again, we can only hope. But yeah, let me know what bugs and things you've seen in Bedrock Edition. But for now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all later. That was the most rambly-ish of rambly videos I think I've ever made.